What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about others today, or more importantly, actually, the others dominance chart. For those of you that don't know what the others chart is, others is essentially the altcoin market cap chart for crypto. This, in other words, is the altcoin dominance chart, right? Others.d. So we're going to analyze this to determine if we are in fact in a altcoin season, and if we are, how high could we expect our dominance to grow in altcoins relative to the total crypto market cap. So we're also going to use the total. We're also going to use the total chart here as well. We're going to do something very similar to what I did yesterday in my Bitcoin Cash video. If you saw that, you'll know what I mean. If not, just buckle up. Hopefully it'll make sense. Essentially what I want to do is I want to project out where I see this topping off, what the percentages, the possible percentages, where the high could be, and then apply that percentage to what the potential top could be here to get an overall market cap for the altcoin markets, stuff like that. So if that sounds good to you, hit the like button, subscribe, buckle up, let's get into it. So first and foremost, you can see here, we found resistance on this line before, found support, finding support now. It seems like a pretty significant line, and I do believe that we are finding a low here and moving up, probably moving up higher than we did last time. I think that we will move up to new all-time highs in the others dominance chart here. So something worth mentioning there. Also, if you look at the chart for what it's worth, it does appear that we have this kind of W look, which is always friendly. We always love our W's, right? Very, very friendly looks on the charts there. If we're looking at the monthly RSI, getting above the 50 again, nice, not too bad. Weekly RSI, getting overbought, that's nice. And the daily RSI has been overbought for a little while. It's curving back around, and this could actually, hold on. I had to sneeze. This could actually imply that the altcoin market is going to pull back, and I think we'll probably see that here. But it doesn't mean that altcoins actually have to lose value versus dollars, right? The dominance going down just means that Bitcoin will grow in dominance. So either this means that Bitcoin drops, altcoins drop more, or it means Bitcoin grows, altcoins don't grow as much. One of those two. Or in the rare circumstances where altcoins drop and Bitcoin grows, but anyways, getting distracted there. What I want to do is project out. I want to project out where we're going, because I'm very comfortable in assuming, just looking at the weekly RSI, we're overbought, looking at the volume coming in here, looking at where we are in this chart. Absolutely, I do believe we're going to continue moving higher. Maybe immediately we take a little bit of a reprieve down. Yeah, tipping the 786. Normally, when you find resistance at your 786, you just tear through your 61869 like this, and you tip your 786. Normally you do pull all the way back to your 0.5 or even your 382 at certain points. So I do expect we'll see a significant drop in the altcoin dominance over the coming week or weeks even. But over the weeks and months, we're going to see this thing continue to go higher. Absolutely we will. So looking at the monthly again, if we take the last cycle into consideration, we go from the high at the time to the low of that move. The next high came in right at the 1414. And you can see here that throughout the cycle, that high came in, by the way, in January of 2022, okay? The others dominance chart topped off in January of 2022. It had its first high in May of 2021. And really, it just kind of played ball in this range, in this box. It played ball here for most of the cycle. It was only at the very end of the cycle that you got out of that box. And how long were you out of that box? For about 9 months. About 9 months, okay. So we're in a box now that we've been in for a little bit. I don't know if we could say that it's this box here, or if it'd be more appropriate to draw it as this box here. I don't know, hard to say. But to me, if when we broke the box last time, we had 9 months left of this cycle growth, it would make sense to me that if we broke this box this time, that maybe we only have 9 months again. Going into October, November of next year, that's definitely pushing it. I think that'd be where our cycle ends for Bitcoin and maybe altcoins. Kind of food for thought there, but again, I'm getting away from the main point. The main point is, where's it going to go? From a high to a low here, come on. If we did a high to a low on this one, we topped off at the 1414 right here. If we did that same thing and it had the same expectations, we might top off at the 1414 here. We're at 11.95% now. That high would be at 28.6% there. I could see that happening. The total crypto market cap being dominated roughly by a third of the total market cap being dominated by altcoins. I could see that. That makes sense. This could be that cycle really, especially if you're in the same boat as me, the same camp as me, that a lot of OG coins are probably going to do well this cycle. OG coins that have been around for like at least 2 cycles, if not more. And those OG coins tend to have pretty high market caps. So I feel like that would make sense that a third of the total crypto market cap, or at least around there, could be worth could be given to altcoins specifically. But let's run with this idea. You know, we don't have a specific idea in mind, but maybe 28.6%. Let's see if it lines up with anything here. High to low. 2618 right up there as well. You got some confluence there. Okay, so I like that. Yeah, let's assume, and let's actually draw a line here, a line of connectivity. Puts us out in November of 2025. Hey man, I don't know, that might be perfect. It literally might be perfect. So let's run with it. 28.6%. 28.6% of the total market cap, which we don't know what that would be. But let's assume. Let's do some assumptions here. From a high to a low here, you went all the way up to your 1618. Okay. And then this time, I think the total cycle, I think the total market cap will be worth more than the 1618. I actually think the total crypto market cap is going to be worth 18.3 or higher. I think we'll be worth 20 trillion by the end of the cycle. That's my actual expectation. So let's just round it up, and and I know it sounds crazy, but 20 trillion is what I'm thinking. Let's, instead of 18.3, instead of 20, let's put it right in the middle. Let's say 19. Let's do 19.5 trillion. Is that fair? That's not really right in the middle. Let's just say 19 trillion. Okay. 19 trillion, 28.6. Let's bust out the handy dandy Google calculator here. Nope, I don't know. I didn't mean to do that. Search with Google. Like what? I type in Google and it says search with Google. I thought that's what I was doing. I'm not going to figure out what that means. 19, right? That's what we're saying. 19 trillion times 29%. That's, or 28.6, let's say. So 0.286% would mean that the others altcoin market cap turns into 5.4 trillion. 5.4 out of like a total of like 20 trillion. I could see that. Yeah. And let's see if that makes sense too on just the others chart. Others right now, by the way, just for reference, that might not seem that big of a deal, 5.4 trillion, but the others market cap is at 4.2 billion. Okay, so that's a big deal, that kind of growth for an overall like sector of the market, all the way up to the 1618. If I'm right, this number should be above the 1618 that we're measuring here. It should be. I haven't done this yet, so I don't know. But that would be my expectation. It is. It's well above. Yes. Oh my goodness. Dude, look, it's perfect. It's literally perfect, you guys. It's so perfect. 2272. It's right up there. Yeah. And you can make the argument, of course, it would be because, you know, you're basing it off the total going up to the 2272. Of course, that would make sense. I mean, maybe. I don't know, though. Right? Then how do you explain the others percentage that I got to? I don't know. I feel like that makes a lot of sense there, guys. 5.93, and we got the 5.43. And again, I mitigated it. I wanted to say 20 trillion, but I brought it down a little bit. I think if I didn't bring it down, we'd actually be up there. You guys, I think this overall crypto altcoin market cap, what it's telling us is that the average altcoin, even the worst altcoins out there, they're going to grow at a minimum. You guys, this is nuts. This is where we are right now in the crypto cycle, okay? The average coin, and granted, we're probably going to see the coins drop. The average altcoin's probably going to drop 20% from its current price, right? Like we'll probably see a 20% drop across the board. So let's implement that as well. I really do think we're going to see a 20% drop across the board. Probably right down to the 786. It's perfect. Let's just be modest. Let's say we pull back to this high. 16.68% drop. That would imply then, from the current price, our overall growth is a 13.6x. But from there, that would mean a 16x. You guys, this is crazy. Because if we go to this 2272, if everything that I've done in this video, if it lines up and it happens the way that I'm expecting it to, and if we just draw a line here from this high to this high, we project out maybe. Nope, that's a little bit too far out. So we would definitely have to break this trend line if we want to do that. And I think we'll break this trend line. I think last cycle was weak. I think it was a one-off. So I don't think that line would actually be an accurate unit to consider. But if we do this, all this is saying is that the average coin, you could go through the top 100 coins in coin. You go through the top 500 coins on CoinGecko. You are more likely to find a coin at this point in the market that will do a 16x than anything lesser. Right, on average, 16x is what you're going to find, and you'll probably find things that are going to do more than that pretty easily as well. But that's like the average, right? So the minimum expectation could deviate from that a little bit, I suppose. All I'm trying to say, and I'll wrap this video up right here, in case it's not abundantly clear, is that regardless of what your altcoin is that you're holding, you're essentially guaranteed, if this happens the way that I'm thinking it's going to happen, you're essentially guaranteed a 10x, which might not sound like a lot to some people, especially if you're looking for those 100x projects, 50x projects, right? But a 10x is a lot. And when we're talking about a 10x as like a minimum standard across the whole space of crypto, that's insane. Like that would get any person who's trying to make money through investing or trading, that would get you going, man. That would get you going. I don't know. Pretty big stuff. It might not be the most cool TA. It might not be the most sexy chart to do, but I think others is definitely a good one to watch, an important one to watch. And the others.d chart, again, it all came together because that others.d chart projecting out where we could potentially see our percentage go in dominance, and then doing the math, reflecting that into the total dominance, and adequating that to the fib analysis that we gave on the actual others chart. I think it's really cool. So I got nothing else that I want to say, guys. It all makes sense to me. It's all so serendipitous. I think the others chart will see new all-time highs. I think it's undeniable. It's on a chart. It's on a path to do that. If it does exactly what I'm expecting it to do, if it stays kind of in line with what it's been doing over the past couple cycles, if we see something that's in line with the expectations that I have for this overall bull cycle on the total chart and the others market cap chart as well, we could really see the average crypto coin, the average altcoin, see a 16x from its current prices, or not 16x from its current price, but 16x from the price that it'll be at after we see this drop over the next week and a half. Again, I think we will see a drop because the dominance chart, you can see it's definitely rolling over here. Looks like it wants to get out of the overbought zone. So you actually probably don't see altcoins rally for like a good bit. Maybe it's like 2 weeks or so. But then going into the end of the month, Christmas week, we'll probably see altcoins start to rally again going into the end of the month, stuff like that, right? But a little food for thought there at the end. I got nothing else I want to say, guys. If you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Take care. Bye-bye.